The steps I took. A journey of gentle strength during pregnancy. Are you pregnant and wondering how to stay active? Tired of being told to just rest, while your body craves gentle movement? What if the key to a stronger, more confident pregnancy isn't intense workouts, but small, intentional steps taken every day? In this video, you'll discover the inspiring story of a woman who transformed her pregnancy experience. Not with heavy training, but with mindful, light exercises anyone can do. You'll learn how she swapped elevators for stairs, took short walks after meals, and turned everyday moments into powerful opportunities to move. This isn't just about staying fit, it's about preparing your body for birth, boosting your energy, and connecting with your baby through motion. If you're ready to feel empowered, calm, and confident in your pregnancy journey, you're in the right place. Let's begin. But before the video starts, write in the comments, from where you are watching this video, thank you. When I first found out I was pregnant, 1,000 thoughts rushed through my mind: joy, fear, excitement, wonder. But one concern lingered longer than the others. How would my body handle the changes? I wasn't a fitness enthusiast, nor was I lazy. I lived in that in-between space. Most people occupy where you walk when it's convenient, stretch occasionally, and promise yourself you'll start yoga next week. But something about pregnancy awakened a deeper awareness in me. It wasn't just about my body anymore. It was about protecting, nourishing, and supporting a new life growing inside of me. I knew I didn't need to become a marathon runner or hit the gym every morning, but I did need to move. Gently, safely, mindfully. So I began my journey with light and safe exercises for pregnant women. Step 1. Morning stretches and breathing. Each morning, before the chaos of the day could pull me in, I created space for a 10-minute ritual. I would sit cross-legged on my living room rug, a pillow tucked beneath me, and breathe deep slow inhales and longer exhales. I imagined sending oxygen not just into my lungs, but into the tiny limbs and heartbeat forming within me. Then, gentle neck rolls, shoulder circles, and cat-cow stretches to wake up my spine. My body responded with gratitude, less stiffness, better mood, and a sense of being grounded. It was a small act, but it felt sacred. Step 2. The elevator revelation. One afternoon, around my second trimester, I was standing at the base of my office building, waiting for the elevator. It was one of those old buildings where the elevator was slow, creaky, and always seemed to be on the top floor when you needed it most. Out of nowhere, a thought surfaced. What if I took the stairs? Just one flight? Nothing heroic. And so I did. Slowly, carefully, hand on the rail. And to my surprise, it felt invigorating. My heart beat a little faster, my breath deepened, but I didn't feel exhausted. I felt alive. That day, I made a small but powerful decision. I began swapping the elevator for stairs, whenever it was safe and manageable. It wasn't about burning calories. It was about replacing daily activities with active movements, integrating movement into moments that otherwise passed unnoticed. I wasn't working out. I was simply choosing vitality, step by gentle step. Step 3. The after-meal walks. Pregnancy came with its own set of challenges: nausea, cravings, but nothing felt worse than the sluggish fog that would settle over me after a meal. It was as if all my energy vanished into my digestive system, leaving me motionless on the couch. One evening, after dinner, I stepped outside for air. The sun was low, the sky brushed with pink and orange hues. I decided to walk not far, just around the block. That 5-minute stroll turned into a habit, a healing one. I began taking short walks after meals, each time allowing my body to digest not just food, but thoughts, emotions, and the weight of the day. It wasn't just good for my body, it was medicine for my soul. Step 4. The dance of daily life before pregnancy. I often viewed exercise as something separate activity to schedule and endure. But now, I saw movement differently. I saw it in the sway of my hips while doing the dishes, in the bend and stretch of reaching for laundry, in the gentle rise and fall of rocking in my chair. I began to replace daily activities with active movements, making housework a mindful practice, doing standing leg lifts while brushing my teeth, turning chores into gentle flows of energy. And when my feet ached, or my back begged for rest, I listened. Because pregnancy isn't a time for pushing through pain, it's a time for learning to honor the wisdom of your body. Step 5. A community of motion. One Saturday, I joined a prenatal yoga class. I was nervous. Would I be the only beginner? Would I even be able to follow? But as I entered the sunlit studio, mats spread out like soft islands. I saw other women just like mysterious, cautious, hopeful. The instructor had a calm, nurturing energy. Her voice felt like a lullaby. And as we moved through simple poses, child's pose, gentle twists, hip openers, I felt held, not just physically, but emotionally. The class wasn't just about flexibility or strength. It was about connection to our bodies, to our babies, and to each other. From then on, Saturdays became sacred. Step 6. Listening inward. Not every day was graceful. Some mornings, my ankles were swollen. Other nights, sleep was elusive. There were days I didn't want to move at all, and that was okay. Pregnancy taught me the art of self-compassion. On days when my body whispered for rest, I gave it. On days when it craved movement, I offered a walk, a stretch, a dance in the kitchen. There's power in tuning in, and there's wisdom in knowing when to move and when to be still. Step 7. The birth of strength. As I approached the final trimester, I realized something unexpected. I felt stronger than ever, not in the way athletes feel strong, but in the way trees do. Rooted, balanced, resilient. All those small choices, swapping the elevator for stairs, taking short walks after meals, replacing daily activities with active movements, they had accumulated into something greater than fitness. They had shaped my confidence. I wasn't afraid of labor. I had already labored in little ways each day, building endurance not just in muscles, but in mindset. Step 8. New life, new rhythm. When my baby arrived, tiny, pink, and perfect, I was tired. Yes, but not broken. Recovery was real, but so was my foundation. I carried her in my arms, and she nestled into a body that had prepared for her with love and motion. And as I paced the hallway with her at night, rocking her gently, I remembered those early walks, those first stair climbs, those quiet stretches at dawn. Movement had become my language of love. Now, as she grows, I move with her. We sway, we crawl, we dance in the living room, laugh during tummy time, and find new rhythms together. An invitation to move to anyone beginning this journey. You don't have to run. You don't need to sweat buckets or follow a strict routine. Start with breath. Start with stairs. Start with 5-minute walks under the setting sun. Let light and safe exercises for pregnant women be your invitation, not your obligation. Let your body guide you with kindness, not pressure. Swap what you can. Embrace the small shifts. Trust that movement is not about perfection, it's about presence. Because each step you take, each stretch you breathe into, each tiny motion you choose, it all adds up to strength, to peace, to preparation, to love,